unit, it's time to do an inequality unit review. So let's just kind of get going on this. We talked about how inequalities are math sentences that have inequality symbols in them instead of equal signs. So they look a lot like equations. They just have arrows meaning greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to in them versus both sides being equal. And so we could look at a graph. We could actually write an inequality for a graph. So in this case, this graph would be the graph of x is less than 8. I know it's less than 8 because this arrow points to the left of 8, but it doesn't include 8, and the circle is not colored in, so this just means anything less than 8. This one, on number 2, we have the circle colored in and the arrow going to the right, so this would be an indication of x is greater than or equal to, and we look at that number right there and put it down. So x is greater than or equal to -5. All right, so then we gave some word phrases. So I asked you to write an inequality based on the word phrase. So the difference of twice a number of 9 is greater than -19. So in this one, they didn't tell us what variable to use, so we'll just use x. So the difference of twice a number and 9 is greater than -19. The next one, 10 is at most a number p minus 5. So 10, when it says is at most, that means it's less than or equal to a number p minus 5. So there's an inequality that represents that sentence. And is at most means less than or equal to, doesn't it? Okay, tell whether the given value is a solution to the inequality. So the easiest way to do that is to just solve the inequality, in my opinion. So you just add 3 to both sides, and you get t is greater than or equal to 2 plus 3, which is 5. So is 10 greater than or equal to 5? And the answer is yes, it's greater than 5. Okay, so keep it going. Solve the inequality and graph the solution. So in this case, we're going to add 4 to both sides. And we end up with p is less than 6. So we come down to our graph. Oh, there's a 6 on there for us. And it says less than, so we can't color in the circle, but we can do an open circle. And then an arrow going to the left, right? Very good. This next one, we have to divide both sides by -2 to solve for p. And whenever you divide by a negative number when it comes to inequalities, that sends up a signal that you need to change the direction of the arrow. So we're going to switch the direction of this arrow right here in order to get to the solution we're looking for. And you have 10 divided by -2, which would be -5. That would be the answer to that one. Okay, here's another one. It's getting to be like a 2-step inequality. So we're going to -2 from both sides. And we end up with -15 on the left side is less than or equal to -5r. Oh yeah, so that's let me back that up just a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to have the, so when we solve this, we have -5r, the 2's cancel each other out. And then we just divide both sides by -5. And whenever you divide an inequality by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality symbol so it's pointing the other direction. And there it would be your final answer, right? So now to graph that solution, this says all the R values less than or equal to 3. So when we graph this inequality, we just put a closed circle at 3. And this is R less than or equal to 3. So all the numbers less than or equal to 3 are to the left of it. So that's what our graph for this inequality will look like. Now let's do a couple word problems. Braden runs each lap in 5 minutes. He will run at most 60 laps today. What are the possible numbers of, or at least 60 minutes, excuse me. What are the possible numbers of laps he will run today? So our inequality will look like this: 5 per lap, and he's going to run somewhere between less than 60 minutes. So if we divide both sides by 5, we will get n is less than or equal to 60 divided by 5, which is 12. So he will run less than or equal to 12 laps today. Okay, Ashley's fish tank has 17 liters of water in it. She plans to add 6 liters per minute until the tank has at least 83 liters in it. What are the possible numbers of minutes Ashley could add water? All right, so she already has 17 liters of water in the tank. She plans to add 6 liters of water. So I'm going to put 6T and combine that with the 17 that's already in it. And she wants to have at least, which is greater than or equal to 83 liters of water in it. So if we solve this for T, then we will know the possible number of minutes Ashley could be adding water. So if we minus 17 from both sides, that will leave us with 6T. 17s cancel each other out. And on the left side, and then 83 minus 17 would be, well, let's get our calculator going here. So according to our calculator, 83 minus 17 equals 66. Well, that's a good friendly number. But because if we divide 66 by 6, 66 divided by 6, we end up with T is greater than or equal to 11, which comes out to be 11 minutes, right? And so if she adds water for 11 minutes or more, she will be able to accomplish the goal that she has for her fish tank. All right, so that's just a little sampling of each kind of problem we've done this week of inequalities. Just a little review to help you brush up on all of your inequality skills. Thank you very much. Number 36 on Alex. Well, number 36, it's assignment number 36.